The mosquitoes and the black flies, they're bigger and fiercer than anything I have ever seen. My ears are so bitten by hundreds of these bugs that I can't even hear anymore. They're feasting on me. I'm 9 years old, and I'm sitting in the blazing sun at a girls' summer camp in the mountains, just north of Montreal in Canada. It's day one, and I've got a week to go. My parents thought this was going to be a good idea. The day I brought home a stack of Life magazines and a copy of War and Peace from the library, my summer project, they said, okay, good for you, but you need to do something more outdoorsy. You're going to camp. So at first I think it's a good idea, but I don't know anything about camp. My favorite thing is I like bike riding with my friends or hanging out at the local library. My outdoorsy credentials, much more winter-based. I love to ski. I love to skate. Okay, I like the summer and the heat, but the summer, the heat, the mountains, plus this thing called camp, I don't know what this is, but okay, wait. I remember a kid told me once about a place called camp where they sang songs and ate marshmallows and they went swimming a lot. I don't see anything like that at this place. So far, all I see are a bunch of bunk beds and a bunch of craft tables out in the blazing sun. It's really hot. And also, well, they're the penguins. Yeah, they look like giant penguins to me. See, the camp is run by a Catholic order of sisters, nuns. I've seen nuns before. They just wear comfortable clothes and big wooden crosses. Nothing like these women. These women are wearing black and white wool robes that go all the way up over their head into a peak. I don't know. All I can think about is, there's no way those sisters are getting bitten by the bugs through all that fabric. Lucky them. So I ask one of the sisters for help. I show her my bites. She says, "My child, please stop shouting at me." Well, sister, I'm only shouting because the bugs, they've bitten the insides of my ear, and my ear is like twice its normal size. Sister, I don't feel well. I'm nauseous. I have a headache. I think you should call my parents. She says, every kid wants to go home the first day. Okay, that can't be good. She gives me lotion and tells me to go lie down in the lodge. I do. Later that day, when the dinner bell rings, I don't even answer it. I don't feel well. The lotion isn't working. I still have a headache. So some of the kids, they gather around my bunk late that night, and they want to look at my bites and the growing, swelling size of my head and my neck and my face. One of the kids has a flashlight and a mirror, and they try to show me just how bad it all looks. We compare our bites, and everyone agrees mine are way, way worse. I don't sleep much, and when I do, all I dream about it's just being back at home, feverish dreams about being in the library, being in my bed, look, anywhere where I'm not getting bitten. The next morning, one of the sisters, she confirms, I have a fever. Sister, please, I just want to go home. Can you call my parents? And I'm shouting because I still can't hear anything, but I'm scared. And I'm hungry and I'm nauseous all at once. One of the kids says, "Hey, sister, she was crying all night. It's really bad." And the sister just says, "Yeah, well, it's bug season and they don't bite everybody the same way." Okay, I don't know how helpful that is. I just want to get home. I'm feeling desperate. The thing is, even if there were swimming and marshmallows, none of that would improve the situation. I've got to get home. But if someone calls home, it's going to be admitting defeat because my family's super outdoorsy. My brother, he's amazing. He goes swimming, he goes fishing all the time. He never complains about the bugs, but I'm willing to take the risk. I can't stay here. I'm desperate. The nuns, they tell me I've got to go to the dining hall for breakfast with the other kids. I don't have a choice. And I go, but I refuse my breakfast. Yeah. I'm feverish and I'm nauseous, but I'm inspired. Because in one of my feverish dreams, I remember a Life magazine article about some guy who refused to eat to make a whole bunch of other stuff happen. The 70s, hunger strikes. Yeah. So the sister comes over and she offers me cake, sugar, to try to entice me to eat. No. I feel a burst of Life magazine inspiration. I stand on my chair and I shout, "Je refuse. I refuse. I will not eat. I'm on a hunger strike. You must call my parents." The kids just all stare. I'm alone in this. The nuns, they retreat to a room behind the kitchen. And so it begins. The shortest and arguably most effective hunger strike in a camp by a 9-year-old. Yeah, I sat through breakfast and lunch and snacks and part of dinner, sitting stoically in the dining hall, just waiting till my parents arrived. And they came that night. They found me dehydrated with a massively swollen head and face and neck. Now, if I factor in the time it took to get my parents from the city back up to the mountains, I figure those sisters gave in the minute I announced my hunger strike. Yeah. A quick trip to the hospital. I'm not allergic to anything. I'm just really sensitive to bites. Hey, no wonder I had hundreds of them, all sustained in a short time. But that night, oh yeah, I'm home in my own bed, vindicated, a little medicated, with my stack of Life magazines and my copy of War and Peace. I don't think my family ever really understood the courage it took to stand up to those sisters. They were a little scary. I don't think my family understood the power of Life magazine. It was my critical reading in the 70s. I went back to camps, other kinds of camps later. And yeah, I found swimming and marshmallows and campfires and even really cute boys. I am outdoorsy. I always was, because at these places, oh yeah, no penguins, but lots and lots of bug spray. Thank you.